It's a Thursday. Thunder Day, as they say in some places. And it's going to be a quick one. So let's get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Magical Serialism, your daily sonic sampling of the strange wind that blows upon our luck. Insights, reflections, and a song even I have not yet heard. We're gonna shuffle these cards. We're gonna draw 4 chords. We're gonna make them into a little song, and then we're gonna act like it means something. Oh, come on. Because everything does. It is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Happy birthday, if it's your birthday. And here we go. First, we've got the twins. E minor. They kind of ended out the draw yesterday. The conductor. So far, a pretty good argument for being in G major. The conductor's G major, and the twins are its relative minor, E minor. But things are going to change fast. A non-tonal bass note for this G major chord. That means we've got to select a note that does not belong to the chord and make it the strongest note in the chord, the bass note. G major is G, B, and D. That means we need something that is not any of those. That's D. Ooh. Tough call. I'm pressing C and C sharp, but it was running into C sharp that made me press C, so G over C sharp, much as I hate to say it, that is going to be our second chord today, and it sounds like this. Maybe that'll come to something. We'll see. G minor 7 over C sharp. It gets weirder, folks. It gets weirder. Let's do this and this. Now that just plays out like a, D flat 6, sharp 5, flat 9. D sharp 6, sharp 5, flat 9. C sharp 6. Wait, no. Yeah, I'll do a D flat 6, sharp, flat 5, flat 9. D flat 6, flat 9, flat 5, flat 9. D flat 6, flat 5, flat 9. It's so easy. I don't know what the problem is. And wait a minute. Another tow truck. Maybe there's a world where I make a rule where that lets us change it, but I don't think changing things, it's kind of first come, first served, so we're going to throw that out and keep this monstrosity. And then we're going back to the twins. Oh, lovely, right back to E minor, where we came from. And up next, well, the twins now are going to be different. They're going to be on the train, turns that E minor triad major, adds the flat 7, E7. And that actually, there might be something useful about that. At least it's weird. You know, weird and weird go together. The Panther doesn't get to land today. That is a 7th chord. We already have a 7th chord. So that gets thrown out. Whew. Dodged a bullet. Another 7th chord, and we already have a 7th chord. Now levitation can be there. E7 sus. E7 sus 4. We could do E11, but I don't like those unless they're in very specific circumstances. Back to G. And that's it. The Ninja Queen would be a 5th valid chord card, and we only take 4, so her arrival implies her departure. Her arrival indicates her departure. Her arrival indicates her departure. Man, it's one of those days, huh? This is interesting. Maybe I do have to do E11. To keep that major third, make sure that since this one's got a major third and this one's got a minor third, that we honor that. But I think I'll just resolve the sus. That's what I'm going to do. That sus. Let's make a little recording. I think this is definitely a weird one, but a lot of interesting things to read into with it. So, gonna go for broke. Start that recording over on account of I forgot the sus and I screwed up some other things. Let's try that again. Conductor comes out on top. I like that. But this is a struggle. It's like a grappling that goes in and out. Good I did today so late that no one's even showing up. Sometimes we have to look at what's awful, though. Stare it right in the face. The twins are on their dark side today. And they've definitely smashed up the conductor. Or maybe the conductor's doing something awful. Luckily, there's this nice conductor. Last time around. This is one of those few times when I say, man, random sometimes is no good. I mean, maybe there's a use for this. This G minor 7 over C sharp. Maybe a passing chord, sure. Just for the tiniest moment, but I like to sit on these chords. G minor 7 over C sharp. What do we call that? D flat. D flat 7, flat 9, flat 5. That's really what that's playing as, and normally I would play that chord a little different, but I gotta play the notes this thing gave me. And so it's not necessarily a bad chord, but the voicing choice that we've got here is what we've got. It is one of the most offensive sounds when used incorrectly. The flat 9. It's gorgeous if you use it right. But then we've got E7 sus 4, or just E7 sus if you're into that. That's the 5 of 6 in the key that we drew in, C major. But I really think we're in G major in this case, or E minor. Same key, we kind of treat them the same here. And if so, this is a different story. This is a battle between the Ninja Queen and the Mayor. And that C sharp, that's a minor 1 over, let's call it Fi. If you're into solfege, you get it. That's the sharp 4. This should be naughty. And then what? The 5 of 2? And then we just go right home to 1. Oh, sorry, this is 5. It's like... This is one of those moments where the two samurai are facing off. And they run at each other. And then they connect in the air. And then they both land. And then right here, the right one drops dead. And that's the good news about this thing. That's the good news over there. We're almost there. Let me pause this. This is indeed exactly what I think it is. Things are getting darker and lighter in so many different ways at the same time that they're crashing into each other. And here we have the twins, the undecided, which at this point in history, if you're undecided, you've got a serious problem. And then the conductor with the tow truck. This is the shabbiest chord I think I've ever drawn. G minor 7 over C sharp. It's nasty. It's nasty. And I'm gonna say we've got two of each character today, right? And we've got a light version of each character, like this train. This makes it an E major triad inside, even though it's sus. And these twins, they're on a minor triad automatically, that E minor chord. And then we've got G major, the light version, and then G minor 7 over, like, under the control of a let's see, C sharp in this case is C in the key we've drawn in is the chord of the mayor, and that's where the C is coming from in this. It is the mayor rising in power. So some kind of leadership rising in power is controlling the working class for the force of darkness, for this crow. And that encounter leaves us with the twins now saying, all right, the conductor is flying the crow, being all dark, under control of this other force. I'm going to float on over here, and I'll drive the train. And then there's this good conductor who shows up at the end like, yeah, okay, we're the part of the working class that didn't fall for this. And so this showdown ends nicely. Maybe this conductor is sort of the twins making the dark choice. And here it is. All that evil, saying things like, we don't have time to give people due process. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of those people. That's what you sound like when you say that. That's what you sound like. This, if you're just joining me, what dis? Goobs, welcome. We're doing music theory tarot is kind of the fastest way to say it. And today's draw is just grimacingly ugly. If you want to hear something nicer, look at something from the past. But this thing, the 4 chords we've drawn here, E minor, then G minor 7 over C sharp, which is just naughty. E7 sus4, which I'll resolve. And then G, out of nowhere. And that feels great. The purpose of this is to draw these chords, play this thing, and the feeling that it gives you when it's played, it gives you something to reflect upon in the same way that tarot cards would. We're not here saying this predicts the future. We are here saying this can help you understand your present, gives us something interesting to talk about. I get to nerd out about music theory, and that's about the whole game. Often I do have like a loop machine and a lot more production, but we're in a busy season of the year, so I'm doing lightning rounds where I just play the piano, talk about it, and then send you on your way. And today's story is the twins, the undecided folks. They go one way or another. In cahoots with the conductor, who is in trouble. This G major chord is turned into a minor 7th and then has this altered bass note that just makes it hideous. Hear that? Oh yeah, it's gross. And then I suppose the conductor's opponent in this showdown, we're imagining like the 2 samurai jumping at each other and then they both land on the other side and one of them drops dead. That whole trope. Ninja Gaiden's where I learned about that, but it comes from a lot of places. And on the other end of it, the twins who are on the train doing the right thing are the ones who survive. The twins and the conductor who didn't choose the dark path. That's what I'm calling this thing. And we are sort of at the end of this lightning round. Thanks for being here. Watch it back through if you missed anything. I was just mentioning how, actually I will pause this, how this conductor chord, this sound, this is what it sounds like when people say in America, hey, we don't have time for due process, just get rid of those people. Just get rid of those people. You know, find them and get rid of them. Forgetting that due process is the process by which we find the bad ones, right? And so that ideology gets stricken down by the people who are undecided but who have taken up the mantle of goodness, who want to drive the train, move the world forward, keep things functioning. And then in the background, there's this other conductor that didn't choose this dark path, and we get to end on that hope. But I'd say overall, most of the draws I get out of this are pretty pleasant, and they're all interesting, but this is one of the most difficult to listen to that I've encountered, and there have only been a few before this. So there, I've recorded it on my piano, some play that I did earlier, and yeah, hear that? Ooh, it's rough. So at the end, I tell a story about it, I give it a name, sometimes I sing something to it. There we are. So it's an ugly moment, but it has this happy ending. And sometimes that's how a song is. You got to get through this tension in order to see this resolution and be at peace again. So may we hope for that to happen. That the world sees that the bottom line is violence. We don't need to solve things with violence unless they're violence itself. You know what I'm saying? Do not destroy what we have created, only what we have created to destroy. If you find yourself in a showdown and I'm in a showdown with my microphone. If you find yourself in check. If you find yourself in a showdown today, do the right thing. Summer's on the way. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for sticking around. I will see you guys tomorrow. I do this every morning, sometime around 9 a.m. Pacific, sometimes earlier, sometimes really late like today. But I'm grateful for that because it ran me into you cats. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you in the morning. Hey, like and subscribe. Cheerios.